Okay, in this video we're going to talk about the laws of exponent with negative exponents. You cannot have a negative exponent. So I'm going to just do a brief tutorial over this. Whenever your exponent's negative, you have to kind of treat it like a fraction, alright? I always call this like a bunk bed. So like that's the bed that separates the top and the bottom bunk. Alright, and so when I always talk about my brother, the story, if he is negative on top, then we move him to the bottom. So whenever the exponent is negative, we move them to the opposite. If they're negative in the numerator, we move them to the denominator. If they're negative in the denominator, we move them to the numerator. So in my brother's case, let's say that he's negative on top. So I move him to the bottom bunk and no 1 is on the top. So we put a 1 up there. Alright, so what if he is negative on the bottom? Alright, if he's negative on the bottom, then we're going to move him to the top. Okay, so that way he'll be happy. And when he's happy, he's positive. And so a to the first will be on the top bunk. There's no 1 on the bottom. So whenever you have a something on the numerator and 1 on the denominator, it's really like a whole number. So it'd be a. So let's try a couple of numbers. Let's say that we have 3, negative 2, but on the bottom we have 3, negative 3. Alright, so let's think of this. Let me arrange that. I don't want to put 3 here. Let's put 2. Alright, the 3 on the top has a negative exponent, so it's negative. It's like my brother, he's negative, so we're going to move him to the bottom, and now he's positive. Let's say my brother's on the bottom, and he's negative on the bottom, so we're going to move him to the top and change his negative exponent to a positive, because now he's happy. And then we would finish this out. That would be 8, and that would be 9. Well, what would happen if we had this? Okay, now the base 3 has a negative exponent. He's not happy, so we're going to put him on the bottom bunk. Now he's happy. But the 2 is already positive with the 2 power. He is happy, so he's going to stay on the bottom as well. And then no 1's on top. And so we would just multiply this. This would be 9 times 4, and so it'd be 1 over 36. So it is possible that you could be tossing back and forth. Alright, I'm going to do one more real quick. What if I had this? Okay, so first thing I would do is I would move everybody where they're supposed to. Think of the bottom and top bunk. Look at each exponent. The 3 has a positive exponent. The 2 has a positive exponent. The a on top is negative, so we're going to move him to the bottom. The other a is positive, so he stays on bottom. The b is positive, 3, he stays on top. But the b on the bottom is negative, so we move him to the top, and he changes positive. Then the top would be 3, and since the bases are the same, they're both b, we add the exponent, so it's b to the 6th. And on the bottom it's 2, and we have a to the 5th. So this would be my answer.